Welcome back to your midday check-in. This is day 8 of Relief, your 21-day, I almost said yoga, your 21-day meditation series. So we are working today on the first chakra, and if you were raised Christian like I was and you don't know what a chakra is, that is perfectly okay. But in other beliefs and other Buddhist, Hindu, other religions in the East, they believe in these spinning wheels of energy in your body that they call chakras. And you have one at the base of your spine, you have one below your belly button, you have one in your abdomen, you have one at your heart, you have one in your throat, you have one between your eyes, and you have one on the very top of your head. And today we are working with the one at the very base of your spine. And I want to give you just a little bit of information about it for those of you who may be new to this and why we are working on this today. So again, it's at the base of the spine, the pelvic floor, and the first 3 vertebrae that you have there. So it's associated with the earth element, and it is directly linked to our ability to dig in and feel firmly rooted in our lives. A lot of you, if you're air signs like me, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, sometimes we have a difficult time wanting to be grounded, wanting to operate in any other plane of existence than in the spiritual. And many times we hang out in the mental plane, and we rarely are able to embrace and operate fully in a physical world, meaning it just seems boring, or it seems too day-to-day, it seems too mundane, and we want the more that's out there. We want the what's beyond that, or we are more interested in the unseen. So for you, this would be very important. And why? This is one question I always ask. Why do I have to be grounded? Why do I have to worry about the physical world? It's all about balance. It's all about, you came into a physical body for a reason. If it wasn't important, you would have just stayed in spirit and done your thing there. But you did decide or choose, or whatever your belief is, for your soul to come back in and occupy a physical body. So it's important that you embrace that and maintain a balance there. So I'm going to read you a little bit about the external symptoms of a deficit in this chakra. And I'm getting this information from doyou.com/yoga poses to balance your root chakra. So the external symptoms you could notice from a deficiency here in this chakra is feelings of lethargy or being stuck. If you say that a lot, I just feel stuck, I'm not going anywhere, unable to take action and or manifest your intentions, depression or anxiety disorders, feeling disconnected and alienated from those around you. And if this chakra is overactive, meaning it's a spinning wheel, so if it's not spinning at all, you'll notice the symptoms that I just explained to you. But if it's spinning too much, you may notice stress, panic attacks, nightmares, health issues such as problems in the colon, bladder, and lower back, financial problems, and unexplained aches and pains in the body. So there are yoga poses that you can do, and I encourage you to go to doyou.com, yoga poses to balance your root chakra, and you can see examples of those there. My favorite one to do, I'm not sure of the fancy name for it or how to say it, but I think it's called the rock pose. And basically you just put your feet wider than hip distance apart, and you squat, and you press your knees out with your elbows, and you hold your hands in a prayer pose at your heart, and you just sit in that pose, and that opens up, it strengthens your lower back and your ankles and opens your hips. And you imagine that your feet are the roots, and through the feet we feel the energy of the earth, and we allow that earth energy to cleanse all of those energetic meridian lines in your body, which, by the way, is what we're also clearing when we're doing the technique of EFT, or the emotional freedom technique. So there's more than one way to clear those lines of stored emotions, of things that have, stuck in our energy bodies, and that keeps the flow of energy from flowing and keeping our physical body at its optimal health. If energy can't flow to an organ or wherever it needs to flow to, or activate that internal pharmacy that you have that is brilliantly designed to be able to cure whatever is going on in there, if you don't keep all that working well as a well-oiled machine, and by keeping that root chakra balanced, then you can notice problems in your physical body. So what we're doing through the meditations, through the mudras, through the yoga poses, is restoring and clearing that energy body so that your physical body, we're supporting it through these movements and through these meditations and through restoring the energy flow. So that's just a little bit of information for our midday check-in, and we're going to do a very, very brief closing of our eyes and coming away from our mind. And I'm going to ring the bell. Get comfortable. If you want to hold that rock pose that I was just talking about, you can do that. If you want to sit quietly and hold your root chakra mudra with your fingers, you can also do that. Remember, you interlace your ring and pinky fingers on each hand as you hold them close together. The fingers go in towards your palms. Your middle fingers point up to the ceiling as they are touching each other, and then you interlace between one another and connect your index finger and your thumb on both hands. And then you can point that downward. And we're going to begin by the sound of the bell, taking a deep breath, starting now. I'm sorry, that was very loud. Closing your eyes. Noticing the silence. When we are getting stronger in our soul space, we begin to understand that life and everything in it is energy. And we begin to work with energy to support the life that we live in our physical body, in our physical world. When we're not open to spiritual awareness, we're just looking at the forms. We're looking at our physical body, we're looking at the forms all around us in the physical world, and we're not aware that every form is energy, is moving particles. But as you start to grow in your spiritual strength and your spiritual awareness, you realize that everything is energy and that you can begin to work with it and keep it in a healthy state, allowing energy to flow. And one use of the bell is to break up any stagnant energy. So everything we do in our spiritual practice has a purpose in regards to energy. We're flowing with this energy by understanding it and allowing it to carry us through this physical experience. We're allowing it and working with it instead of against it. You're becoming more and more aware now that everything is energy. And as we support the flow of energy with our beliefs, with our open minds, with our relaxed state of being, by holding our bodies in a state of relief, energy can flow more freely and more easily. When our physical bodies are tense and tight from stress caused by the things our minds are saying, we block ourselves off from this flow of energy. It's like a water hose, and we pick it up and we crimp it in the middle, and now the energy can't flow. And a thought that our mind had caused the crimp in the flow. And that's the same with your physical body. Those thoughts directly impact your physical body by crimping the flow, causing tension in the body, stress in the muscles. Causes all kinds of, your body tries to tell you, tries to alert you with pain. This is hurting. It's because all comes down to the energy is not being allowed to flow. Your life energy is being suppressed. And when you start to become more spiritually aware, you learn how to master that mind that is causing the crimp in the flow of energy. And everything starts to align. That's what we talk about with alignment. Everything starts to open up. Life flows through us, and we flow through life. Just allow my words to settle in, cause you to relax. Every time you relax, energy flows. Every time you allow it in. You allow the power of the universe to help you, to support you, and all you had to do was relax. If you have a super active mind that thinks that it needs to be in control of everything, the power of the universe that is set up to help you flow through this experience cannot help you. It's not that it's not all around you. Your mind is in control and will not allow it in and will not allow it to flow. Which means all the beautiful design of the physical body to stay in perfect health can't function. The mind can act as a poison, which is why it's so important to monitor those thoughts or those thoughts supportive, or are they destructive? Those thoughts bring relaxation, relief, or do those thoughts bring tension and resistance? Take a deep breath now. Going to be ending our midday check-in with the bell. I will not be as loud this time. I'm very sorry. And after I ring the bell and break up the energy, cleansing the energy one last time, you can open your eyes and go back to your day, or if you're listening to this at nighttime, you can know that it is complete and you can fall asleep in the feeling of completion and fulfillment. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and we'll be back again tomorrow for day 9, and we'll be working on the sacral chakra.